the meat of the untold story about the elite rank in doTERRA, because I've done it right, I've done it wrong, I've taught people all kinds of ways, and after 8 years, I've looked at a lot of things for the long term. I'm interested, and I'm doing this on here for all of doTERRA. I'm interested in everybody. And so I'm not on here focusing on my team alone. I'm focusing on, asking the questions and seeking to provide answers, wisdom, knowledge from years of experience as to what does help you get there and what are some of the pitfalls. And I'm going to focus on elite today because a lot of people do focus on that in the upline, a lot of leaders. And you need, as somebody trying to get there, or even to silver or to a certain rank, just ask yourself, what is the motivation of that leader? What is their motivation? So if they're telling you they need PV, they need it for their rank, well then, really, who are they thinking about? And is that bad to ask you to help them? No, it's not. It's like they can totally ask for that because they are trying to get a rank, right? But I want you to know that what really works long term, so that as you become a leader, so if you are a leader or you're, working into that and you're building your team, you're just, working towards a lead or silver and you're not to a bigger rank with lots of people yet, then, pay attention to some things that are working for you or not working for you as you're growing your team, and what's good from your perspective as to what kind of a leader you have and what you like, what works and what doesn't. And there are lots of ways to do this. There's no absolute, but here is one key thing. Your leader really ought to be focused on your needs. What do you need? And when you're looking at the people on your team, ask the same question. What do they need? When you're asking them to do something, what's your motivation? Are you asking them to do things, or are your upline asking you to do things from a selfish motivation for them to make rank? Or are they really looking at your needs? Okay? So what do you mean by what do you need? Okay, so why are you in doTERRA? What is it you're really trying to accomplish? So let's back it down to, what is it that your needs are? Okay, they'll fit into a few categories here. Number one, are you building simply to pay for your oils? Okay, because that's a certain amount of income, and what you need to do to get that, well, that's one thing. Are you in it to, make a small amount of income? You just want to make an extra few hundred every month. Or are you in it to replace your income? And are you in it 100%? How committed are you to the business? What do you really need? And has your leader asked you? Do they know what your needs are? And then flip that around. As a leader, do you know what your team's needs are? Do you know their needs? Are you guiding them in a way that it's in alignment with their financial needs and goals? So if you have somebody on your team, for example, that their goal is to simply add 500 to their income every month, just add a little extra cash, and you've been building for them, and they're really just building, they're willing to do that 100 PV LRP, right? They're willing to do that, but you want to, build a rank, and so you're adding people down under them, and you're helping them build that, and they're excited because they want a little bit of income, right? Well, if you're building for them, and that's the way it's happening, and they're not in it to replace their income, guess what? You're setting up a problem for them and for yourself. And so are the leaders above you. Because if you're really not in it to replace your income, then you're not going to be doing the things that you need to do to grow yourself to the level that you need to handle large income and a lot of people. You need to grow yourself, and so do the people on your team. So if you're building for somebody, you are creating dependency and weakness, and you're creating a structure that will topple down the road. So if you're building an elite rank right now, and you're trying to get that 3,000 PV, you need to look for people who are interested in replacing their income, that want to jump in 100%. Now, if that's not you, then get clear about that. Get clear about that. So how do I place people? I place people now, wisdom included in this picture right now. This is a picture of been there, done it all wrong, and been there and now know how to do it right. I place people on my first level, and it doesn't matter how wide you go, because everything about duplicating that pattern will take you to solid income now and in the future. And I have a lot to share about that. And once again, I cannot share this all in one scope and one video. So I thought today I would just get on here and talk about one little section of it and why it's important to place people on your first level. So imagine if you are building for elite, and typically for elite it doesn't matter where they're placed, but down the road you need your leaders to be on the first level for the deeper ranks and to make bigger advancements down the road. They need to be on your first level. And if you teach duplication, then when you find a leader, they will build their own team and they'll do what you're doing. You will not have to do all out work to fill in. You're looking for leaders. And until then, you're wearing the oils and caring about other people and sharing with others, okay? So how do you get to be elite? First of all, you need to get a solid $50 Power of 3 team bonus. That is the core of the compensation plan. If you learn that, master it, and teach it to those people on your top level, then you will have a super solid structure for all the ranks